The Minnesota Timberwolves might have just found their secret weapon. The Minnesota Timberwolves selected Johan Berger with the 17th overall pick during the first night of the 2025 NBA draft. Now, they also drafted Roko Zakarski, but it seems like he's going to be more of a drafting stash. On the official NBA website, Johan is listed as 6'11", but I have seen him being described as closer to 7 foot. He is a 230-pound 18-year-old center playing out of France for Stade Vitae Olympia in Slovenia. Johan adds a much-needed skill to the Timberwolves in being a lob threat and being able to finish around the rim. Since the start of the Anthony Edwards era of the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert has really been looked at as the Timberwolves' only lob threat, and even then, the fans constantly complained about Rudy's inability to catch some of the crucial passes. And another upside for Johan is it pointed out that the Timberwolves' interest in him has been aided by his ability to catch the ball. The Timberwolves front office knows that Johan is a prospect with raw talent, and they're hoping that their fellow Frenchman Rudy Gobert could be the needed mentor for the young big man. Johan just started playing basketball at the age of 15, and like I said, he's 18 right now. He started playing after he was forced to quit his main sport of soccer because his feet were too big for any cleats, and that is incredible considering how quickly he has picked up a lot of skills around the rim. And this is something that you don't even see with a lot of his classmates for this draft. There's no denying that Johan doesn't have a lot to work to do in polishing, but that's expected with how long he's been playing the sport. Now, Johan only averaged 5 points, 5 rebounds, and a block and a half on about 18.2 minutes a game across 54 games with his club. And he had 5 games where he scored double digits, with his season high being 11, but this isn't shocking when most of his games saw him having less than 5 field goal attempts. When talking about his abilities on the court, there's a lot to like. Like I said before, his threat as a finisher above the rim with lobs and pick and rolls is very impressive for a kid that didn't start playing basketball until after the pandemic. His switch ability on defense with impressive footwork is something to be excited for the Timberwolves, and it could likely be from his past at soccer. His game has been compared to players such as Jackson Hayes and Larry Nance, but personally, I see flashes of Nick Claxton, who's a big that can run the floor very well for his size. With a great motor at times, you can see Johan. He'll kind of stop at fast breaks. Sometimes he'll go the full way if he knows he can finish it, but that's just the type of player he is. They're hoping to develop that. But the scariest comparison I've seen was that of Giannis. Giannis, like Johan, was a late bloomer to basketball at the age of 13, and his potential stemmed from his fast improvements to the game over a short period of time. And people around Johan have been saying a similar thing. His former club coach in France said, "It's normal for him to improve, but not this fast." No one expected this, but the combination of his genetic predispositions, his work ethic, his humility, and his ability to manage his motions, it's scary. Now, nobody should be expecting Johan to be the next Giannis, but I don't believe the fans of the NBA world have quite noticed how scary it might be if Johan can translate his skills in the NBA and start with potentially backing up Rudy Gobert on the bench and hopefully running alongside Anthony Edwards to perfect the young Timberwolves in the future.